now guys, we are going to grade our interactive notebook. This is going to go in as a test grade, and as you can see, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 categories rated between 1 and 4. That means it's going to have a total of 44 points. It will be in your benefit if I give you instead out of 40. That means it even gives you 4 extra bonus points to play around with. So that's quite generous of me today. So you're going to get a slip of paper, and what you're going to do is you're going to put whose journal you were given. So I'm going to grade Miss Owen's journal. So put the person's journal that you are grading on the top. Then who is the student checking the journal? Well, I'm not a student, but I'm going to put my name because I'm checking the journal. And then the teacher check. Miss Owens or I will put our name here after we go back over this and make sure that it was done correctly. It's going to be out of a total of 40, but you can get it up to 44 points, so you have opportunity for bonus. So you're going to take this slip and you're going to take your classmate's interactive notebook, and you're going to start where the blue tab is sticking out. So I'm going to open up to my blue tab, and that is my 1 page. That is page 8, and it has nothing but the 1 on it. So if I give her a 1, that means that the page is blank and there's nothing there. A 2 might mean that she's got something glued or pasted there, but it's not worked on. A 3 means, hey, they started this, they just didn't finish. And a 4 means you got it all done. So on a scale from 1 to 4, she gets 4 points just for having her blue tab and the 1 and the page numbered. So next is page number 9. It is the rational numbers definition page. I can glance through here and see it looks done. There's a few things I'm looking for. Did she change the definition to can be written as a fraction? Does she have runs off the calculator written? And did she put all of her numbers here? If that is completely done, she gets a 4. Obviously, I'm going to the next page. This one's a little harder to grade. Miss Owens and I have worked hard to be sure that this was done correctly. So, just looking at the inside, we're not going to grade the flaps. It should say, write the percent over 100, simplify, then going down, box top, then going down, move the decimal to the right, going back up to the top, move the decimal to the left, top number divided by the bottom number times 100, and finally put a 1 under the decimal. That's the correct order. She has it all. So, and it's not an orange, it is a blue foldable. Don't let that throw you. She gets full credit for that. Now, I like for there to be the title, but I don't want you to count off if there's not. And it is page 10. We're going to get to page numbers in a little bit. Don't take off yet if the pages aren't right. Then we have page 11, the FDP chart. She has it, and it is filled out, and the fraction should be a half, a third, 2/3, a fourth, 3/4, a fifth, 2/5, 3/5, 4/5, a sixth, 5/6, an eighth, 3/8, 5/8, 7/8, and then her tenths. 1/10, 3/10, 7/10, and 9/10. It looks like another 7, but that really was a 9. 9/10. Okay? So this should be filled out correctly, and if she does, she gets the perfect 4. Now the green page can be harder. What you're looking for is the number line glued in such a way that it's usable, where it folds in and out? Okay, with 0 somewhat in the middle. Now, Miss Owens chose to keep her numbers in the little pocket, so she has them all, so she gets full credit. Your person may have glued it in place or has put it in the pocket that was in front of your number 1. So find those green pieces. That could be hard because I've been picking up green pieces all over the floor, and I've seen some notebooks where the pieces were not glued into the right place. So the number line is what you need to check. And then, do they have the notes on the video. So I think there was more notes than this, but I think she did a good job. I'm going to give her between a 3 or a 4. I'm going to give her a 4. Then the last page is page 13. On page 13, you have the fraction video. Now, she was too busy to go and fill all this in and color it. So she might be missing a few things, a few comments here and there. If your person is missing comments, missing notes, okay, or maybe they didn't complete this bottom, they cannot get a 4. The biggest they can get is a 3. So it has to be completely filled out. Finally, the last thing that you guys have will be your I-plan. You will have your I-plan completed, and we are going to glue it in. So your I-plan should be completely filled out, and I'm not going to show you this person's I-plan completely, but you're going to put your I-plan here. The title should be at the top, and if they have their I-plan filled out, then that will be another score. Finally, go back and look. Were all your pages numbered? Did they have no skipped pages? Was their notebook neat so that it's easily readable and they didn't have too much glue where the pages were sticking together or the edges of the notebook were coming off the edges of the pages? And finally, was their table of contents filled out correctly? To do that, you need to go back to the table of contents and see if things were filled out. The only thing Miss Owens didn't have, she did not have that page 13, was her equivalent fractions from N1.3. You should also have page 14 was going to be the I-plan. Okay? So she doesn't have an I-plan, so I would have to give her a 1. She doesn't have, oh, she had all her pages numbered correctly, so that's a 4. She had no skipped pages, that's a 4. Her notebook was perfectly neat with nothing sticking off the edge and no extra glue, so that's a perfect 4. And then I had to fill out a little bit of her table of contents, so that would be a 3. Okay, after you've graded to the best of your ability, helping your friend, not being too crucial, you're going to close it, put the paper with it, and return it to your teammate.